One Zambia, One Nation, and thanks for joining us on Zanis News. To present, my name is Juliet Mutale. The headlines: Millennium Challenge VIP meets President Hichilema. Zambia assures safety of certified meat products. Chieftainess Chiawa allocates 4 hectares of land to DEC. Plus, RIA signs MOU with local authorities. Zanis News in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema has called for flexibility to include new pressing issues such as increment in maize production when the Millennium Challenge Cooperation Compact Agreement is finally implemented. President Hichilema says there is need to include pressing issues that may not have been a priority when the initial process of striking an agreement between government and Millennium Challenge Corporation started. He was speaking when Millennium Challenge Corporation Vice President for Compact Operations, Cameron Alford, called on him at State House. The head of state said the resource envelope needs to increase in order to cater for new targets in areas like agriculture, where government plans to increase maize and wheat production to 10 million tons and 1 million tons respectively. Speaking earlier, Millennium Challenge Corporation Vice President for Compact Operations, Cameron Alford, said the institution is focusing on supporting Zambia in road and agriculture sectors.
We need to get on with the job because we have a need. That's why the project was designed. We have need and we must meet those needs. And those needs will be better met once we accelerate all the steps that are required, which will lead us into implementation. I think for many citizens anywhere in the world, they don't quite comprehend the conversations, the work underground that leads to something their eyes can. So sometimes our citizens get impatient, and I think those of us who are privileged to be aware, to be involved of the processes, of the intentions, what we want to do, need to work much quicker. Clear the hurdles that stand in the way of accelerating our actions towards implementation.
We have really focused on 3 projects. One looking at the roads sector and how we can increase the access to agricultural production. There is reform around the FRA, which I know are critical to identifying improvements and efficiencies within FRA, as well as a farm-to-market program where we can build on and leverage some of the capital inputs in electricity, irrigation, logistics that will help complement some of the programs and initiatives that you've announced, such as the financing scheme just this week, and appreciate, again, the vision, right? The goal of 10 million metric tons that you announced, and we're looking to see how our program can help complement that vision and get to.
And in Northern Province, the Department of Veterinary Services in Kasama District has intensified operations to prevent the spread of anthrax in the area. District Livestock Officer Josephine Mwambazi says the department, working with other stakeholders, is conducting inspections in all the butcheries and supermarkets to ensure there is compliance to prevent the outbreak of the disease. Here are the details.
Meat products are a major source of proteins for the population. However, with the reports of anthrax that has been reported in some parts of the country, Kasama residents have reduced the consumption of meat products. This has negatively affected businesses which are trading in meat products in the area.
Business na ibulira sana panchi. And they start advise abanandi abakwata mabuchari kwebati venenuka wala pitubulwere and then bakuya mkwipa inama ufira wasenda ba veti. Mwana ba veti bapima ero waipa ya inama baichecheta baimona kuno and then ero waipa inama.
Okutila bakuya mkwipa inama mule senda ma camp officers kuya mumpanga inama baipima before dailafo olo bangaleta mbucha inama bepaza wasanga twakonko kula chitefe ndi miwulu etwala kuchingisha tabakese kuno kasa
The Department of Veterinary Services in Kasama District has also intensified inspection of butcheries and supermarkets to prevent anthrax disease.
We are all aware of the outbreak of anthrax that we have in our country. So as Kasama District, we've intensified a routine inspection and sensitization of the butcheries, and also we are trying to advise the butchery owners to ensure that they get permits whenever they want to get meat from different areas. So if they want to buy meat or carcasses somewhere else, they have to pass through the vet office and get an officer from the vet office, so that the officer can accompany them and do an inspection, an antenatal inspection before the animal is slaughtered, and also an inspection.
Reporting for Zanis in Kasama, I'm Jafet Munkondia.
We take a break and more stories to come. Zambeef assures safety of certified meat products.
The Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, will hold the 44th Policy Organ Meetings at Mulungushi International Conference Center, Lusaka. They include the 44th COMESA Intergovernmental Committee and the 44th Council of Ministers meeting. The meetings will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of November 2023. The theme for this year is Economic Integration for a Thriving COMESA, anchored on green investment, value addition, and tourism. Over 400 delegates from the 21 COMESA member states are expected to attend the COMESA Policy Organ Meeting in Lusaka. This advert is brought to you by the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, Zanis TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Welcome back. Zambeef has assured citizens that meat products from certified outlets and meat processors is safe for consumption despite the outbreak of anthrax in some parts of the country. Our staffer Samuel Hangandu has the details.
In this period of anthrax outbreak, for us as Zambeef Products PLC, we remain to support the efforts that the government, the councils are putting in place in the affected regions in Southern Province, Western Province, and Eastern provinces of our country, where the outbreak of anthrax has been reported. We commend the efforts that they are putting in place, and we want to continue to work with them as a team. Arising from this, during this period of restriction of livestock movement, there are emerging risks, and some of the risks that have emerged are to do with the supply, where for us almost 4,000 animals have been held in stock in Sinazongwe, Namwala, and Iteji, almost 4,000. These animals, as per standard food safety protocols, these animals have been vaccinated against any disease, even including anthrax. These have been vaccinated, and prior to the announcement of the restrictions, the animals were due to be moved to the feedlot, the main feedlot center at Chisamba handling. The major risk at the moment is to do with the cost impact. By keeping 4,000 animals in the regions where they are being maintained, with good reasons, and we know and remain supportive of what the government is doing, but there are these emerging risks that are occurring at this place which require a different way of approaching this risk. Because the costs that are involved, just to look after one animal in a day, total cost of almost 50 kwacha. So if you are looking at 4,000 animals over a period of 30 days, the total cost is about 6 million. So the impact is huge, And we appeal to our listening government to look into this issue.
We now move to Northwestern Province. Northwestern Province Minister Robert Lihefu says over 118,000 beneficiaries are expected to benefit from the social cash transfer in 2024. Mr. Lihefu, who was speaking during the Provincial Development Coordinating Committee meeting, says the province currently has over 92,000 people benefiting from the programs. Details in the following report.
They are gathered to move the developmental agenda of the Northwestern Province forward. These are officers from all sectors in the province who have met to discuss progress of development in the third quarter. The Provincial Minister, Robert Lihefu, who is also Provincial Development Coordinating Committee Chairperson, addresses some critical matters.
Ministry of Health and Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries has put in place robust mitigation measures to ensure the spread of this disease among humans and animals is curtailed. I therefore urge you all to report any suspicious symptoms of anthrax or movement of livestock.
Mr. Lihefu also wishes to see the well-being of former freedom fighters.
Northwestern Province has a total number of 92,897 beneficiaries on the social cash transfer program. And this number of beneficiaries is expected to increase to 118,253 beneficiaries in the year 2024. In 2024, when there will be an opening in this sector, make sure that all our freedom fighters are included on this arrangement.
Meanwhile, the Provincial Permanent Secretary, Colonel Granson Katambi, highlights some developments taking place in the province.
Your province has achieved commendable milestones across various sections. These achievements include the ongoing implementation of the Farmer Input Support Program.
Reporting for Zanis News in Solwezi District, Jennifer Mutoshi.
We move back to Southern Province. 3 women clubs in Siavonga District are being trained in business management. The clubs are part of the targeted 25 clubs and cooperatives in Southern Province, which will be empowered with entrepreneurship skills by the Gender Division to enable them venture in economic activities. Here are the details.
As a way to empower women and broadening their financial inclusion in society, government through the Gender Division has empowered 3 women cooperatives in Siavonga District of Southern Province. The main aim of the empowerment is to eliminate negative elements affecting women in society, such as gender-based violence (GBV) and child marriage, thereby fostering economic growth and expansion of cooperatives.
For Twafutuka Women Cooperative, these will receive a hammer mill since it's equipment-based grants. Siakalinda agriculture women, these have gone into irrigation project. Then we have the third one, which is Israel Shepherd Multipurpose. These are into pottery. These are the first 3 cooperatives that we have been given as the Siavonga District.
The 3 cooperatives trained in financial management are among the 225 cooperatives country earmarked to benefit from various empowerment under the Gender Division.
Here in Siavonga, we have selected, there are 3 cooperatives that have been selected, and these are going to be given training in entrepreneurship. We're going to train them in marketing and marketing. We're training them in leadership skills, communication skills. We're also training them in entrepreneurship.
The development has shared the benefiting cooperatives and have thanked government for the gesture.
Tulikomeni maningi jigaye jigubiyo nditwakalonda kuno twagaiya mbutweredde kuti twabereka akubereha mali ajigaye mbutuya kujibereha wairumba hulumende yabahagainde
twanda kupa kulumba uhulumende kulugonja twetera kuno kujo kwa shavonga wakajana lugwahe kuzwa kugenda ba division ibakatupa lugwahe wakutani wakusunga nkugu batwetera inkugu ili 1000 kututiani tusunge mukabonga keso.
With the completion of the training, the beneficiaries are scheduled to receive hammer mills, irrigation systems, and about 1,000 chickens as part of the empowerment package. Brandina Lambwe, Zanis, Siavonga District, Southern Province.
The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary in charge of Technical Services, Nicholas Piri, has handed over various community projects in Mwanza-Bombwe district. The projects were implemented using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, and capital component of the Equalization Fund. More in this report.
The local authority in Mwanza-Bombwe district has joined other councils in the country that have managed to procure and supply desks in schools in line with the presidential directive that no learner should sit on the floor. Ministry of Local Government Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Nicholas Piri, disclosed the development when he handed over the remaining 698 desks and other projects to the beneficiaries in the district.
To announce through the media to the nation that today Mwanza-Bombwe have managed to meet the presidential directive on desks. We have 698 desks as well as 314 barracks or table and chair to cater for our learners. We are also here to witness 33 SMEs that are going to be given the loan facility from the CDF to the tune of 3.2 million kwacha.
Area Member of Parliament Kabasoka Mpampi and the Council Chairperson Tirio Chungu were also present during the handover ceremony.
As a local authority, we stand ready to live up to our mandate to provide quality service to the people of Mwanza-Bombwe through construction of social amenities.
To the beneficiaries of these funds, I urge you to make use of this opportunity wisely. This is a startup pack that the government is giving to you. Take it with both hands and put your best to ensure that you become self-reliant.
Mwata Kazembe was represented by Senior Headman Kasumpa.
Echo Mwata Kazembe aletotera pakumono kutira CDF ishimpia shirebo mba kumulimo washiko.
Lewis Changwe, Zanis, Mwanza-Bombwe, Luapra Province.
And still I heard in the news, Chieftainess Chiawa allocates 4 hectares of land to DEC.
The Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, will hold the 44th Policy Organ meetings at Mulungushi International Conference Center, Lusaka. They include the 44th COMESA Intergovernmental Committee and the 44th Council of Ministers meeting. The meetings will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of November 2023. The theme for this year is Economic Integration for a Thriving COMESA, anchored on green investment, value addition, and tourism. Over 400 delegates from the 21 COMESA member states are expected to attend the COMESA Policy Organ meeting in Lusaka. This advert is brought to you by the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, Zanis TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Welcome back. Chieftainess Chair of the Goba people of Kafue district has allocated 4 hectares of land to the Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, for the construction of its first ever modern training school. The chieftainess says she has given the land to the commission as a contribution towards the fight against drug abuse, especially among young people. She said this when the DEC Director General, Nason Banda, and his entourage paid a courtesy call on her at her palace. More in this report.
Although still in its infancy stage, the Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, has acquired 4 hectares of land
in Chieftainess Chiao's area for the construction of the Commission's first ever modern training school. Once completed, the school will actualize one of the priorities by the Drug Enforcement Commission's vision of having a suitably trained, skilled, and well-motivated workforce capable of fighting against drug trafficking and other related crimes in a bid to ensure a comprehensive border security across the country. This came to light when Commission called on Chieftainess Chiawa of the Goba people of Kafue district in Lusaka province at her palace.
That we are coming for here, Your Royal Highness, we want to use it as a training school for us. We want to come up with a structure there to be a training school. We don't have right now, like the police have Lilai, but we don't have ourselves. So we thought we should have our own. And because of the nature of the job that we do, we thought it's better, it's away from Lusaka. That noise, they are very far. When they go for training, they just concentrate. They don't see anything.
Chieftainess Chiao of the Goba people of Kafue district in Lusaka province said the royal establishment decided to give the commission a piece of land as a contribution towards the fight against drug abuse, especially among the young people.
Now, I was very enthusiastic to know that people, such a department, wants to put up a program for this drug abuse. I said that now the situation is going to be normalized. I've attached a very big importance to the program. I said I don't have to find another day. Let them come when they still feel like they want to do something. Thank you very much for coming. Go and see what you can do with a piece of land. Though it's mountainous, why we have taken you there. Yes, however you make use of it, you'll see how best you can make use of it. Yes.
Later, the commission inspected the piece of land located in the mountainous outskirts of Chuyawa area, said despite the commission registering some achievements in human resource performance, the shortage of skilled officers still remains a challenge.
So I think the bottom line is that we need to have capacity building that is continuous. So when you have your own facility, you can shift from this program to that program to the other one, because we will be bringing in resource persons where we don't have the necessary expertise in our commission. This facility will bring them in from both locally and internationally. We'll bring them in so that they help us train our people. So basically, I think it's a milestone. The first intake will actually be in tents. There will be no steel structure or block structure. It will be in tents. So all we need to do now is just forward things to our leadership. Once approvals are made and we've already done the groundwork, it's something that is already supported. So we just need to go through the process, finish off, and then we start. But we'll start training our officers here even before we have any permanent structure on the ground.
Zanis reports in Kafue district of Lusaka province.
The International Organization for Migration says there is need to implement the contents of the Anti-Human Trafficking Act, which was amended in 2022. IOM Protection Assistant Nomsisi Wonani says Zambia is a source, transit and destination for human trafficking, hence the need to understand the contents of the act. Irene Nganga brings us the details.
The International Organization for Migration has organized a workshop for adjudicators to discuss and share information in the Anti-Human Trafficking Act, which was amended in 2022. IOM Protection Assistant Nomsisi Wonani said it is important that stakeholders understand the contents of the amended act.
We know that as the government of Zambia, through the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security, they amended the Anti-Human Trafficking Act in the year 2022. So we want to share and discuss issues in the new act. Of course, as IOM, we are a concerned party because we believe in following government's agenda. So when we talk about trafficking, we are looking at how best do we protect the migrant, for example, or the victim of trafficking.
And head of the Anti-Human Trafficking Department in the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Securities, Mr. Boris Mulengo, says the government has made strides in addressing the issue of human trafficking.
The government of the Republic of Zambia, in its attempt to respond to the scourge of human trafficking and smuggling of migrants, has undertaken a number of measures to address the issue. And these measures include the revision of all trafficking and migration-related policies in the year 2022. I think Nomsisi has alluded to the review of the Anti-Human Trafficking Act as well.
Mr. Mlengo also noted that there is a need to undertake more capacity-building programs for the judiciary to enable them handle cases of human trafficking.
The 2022 Global Trafficking Report flagged the low capacity building activities or programs for the judiciary as one of the gaps that is existing within Zambia's national response to trafficking. So we are being reminded that actually we are not holding as many capacity building trainings for the judiciary.
Irene Nganga, Zanis, Kafiwe.
Thank you, Irene, for that report. We now take you to Copperbelt Province, where the Rural Electrification Authority, REA, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Kalulushi and Lufanyama town councils. The move will help the local authorities partner with REA to connect rural parts of the two districts to the national electricity grid. Still on the Copperbelt Province Permanent Secretary Augustine Kasongo says statistics play a key role in national development as it enables policymakers to make informed decisions. Mr. Kasongo said this in a speech read on his behalf by Assistant Secretary Kennedy Malama during a training program for public officers as part of the activities to commemorate the African Statistics Day, which falls tomorrow, November 18th. Here are the details.
The importance of statistics in national development cannot be overemphasized. Statistics remain cardinal in helping people to make informed decisions.
This day provides the opportunity for each country to evaluate its achievements in measuring the improvement of the well-being of its people, as well as monitoring the national and global developmental goals. Part of the development process, Statistician General, especially for the Copperbelt Province, which is an economic hub for the country. I wish to encourage all of you that have undergone this training to fully apply your newly acquired skills in your various areas of work.
As part of this year's African Statistics Day commemorations, the Zambia Statistics Agency held a training for public officers drawn from various ministries.
Help provincial administration by collecting whatever numbers there are, if there's a particular meeting, and brief the administration that this is what these numbers mean, and therefore what we feel must be done is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The trainees are confident that the skills acquired will add value to their various ministries.
A team that finished a 2-week program, which was a training on statistics. So now we are honored to be ambassadors for the Zambia Statistics Agency. Having concluded the training, the team was honored to take a survey in Kantolomba. So the topic of the survey was a survey of water and sanitation situation in Kantolomba ward in Dola.
There is need for continued public awareness on the importance of statistics in everyday life. Penlop Chansa, Zanis News, Ndola.
Zambia Information and Communication Technology Authority ZICTA Economic Regulation and Consumer Director Bernard Banda has called on the public to report scammers to the authority. Speaking during a sensitization workshop in Dola, Mr. Banda says women are the most vulnerable to fraud because they lack information on the subject. Here are the details.
To create awareness on mobile fraud in Ndola, the Zambia Information and Communication Technology, in collaboration with Financial Digital Services, Zambia, and Bank of Zambia, has held a workshop in Ndola to educate citizens on fraud and mobile security. Zambia Information Economic Regulation and Consumer Director says the workshop will help women in Ndola to raise awareness as the festive season approaches. Women have been identified as the most vulnerable of mobile fraud, hence the need to educate them on digital financial services.
Most of the scams or the frauds that we continue to see in our market are targeting women. Particularly, most of the messages might have a promise to women getting certain benefits as they use these digital financial transactions. At a household level also, we know that women most of the time are the ones that are responsible for most of the management of resources within the home, and they continue to interact with digital financial services. So the idea is to expose women to the challenges that we've been able to see on the market relating to most of these risks, but also equip them with ways in which they can better protect themselves as they continue to use these digital financial services.
Bank of Zambia Acting Assistant Manager has urged members of the public to avoid sharing their mobile phone PIN.
PIN number is supposed to be a secret. You don't share it with anyone.
We put password to protect our phones from other people. Be careful whenever you're depositing money, as some people are not there for business but for fraud.
Ndola Women Representative says women need to be sensitized as they are most victims in scam messages.
Because women are more vulnerable to when it comes to information which goes online. So we are so grateful for this. To be careful dealing with people we don't know, people we come across, especially online, on Facebook. So we've learned, and we've also learned where we're supposed to report matters if we come across any problem. So
the team will also visit rural areas such as in Pongwe to raise awareness. For Zanis News in Ndola.
As we end the news, we take a look at the headlines once again. Millennium Challenge VIP meets President Hichilema. Zambia assures safety of certified meat products. Chieftainess Chiawa allocates 4 hectares of land to DEC. Plus, RIA signs MOU with local authorities. Thank you so much for your time. Remember, we are One Zambia, One Nation. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, my name is Juliet Mteles saying bye-bye and God bless.